Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience, start to finish. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer, after a 2-decade hiatus from cycling, was on the hunt for a way to get more exercise. Initially looking at standard manual bikes, our reviewer was surprised by the cost of even a decent model. They stumbled upon this e-bike and, despite some initial skepticism about electric components, were convinced by its value after watching several online videos. Upon its arrival, the bike was extremely well packaged and mostly pre-assembled, making the final setup relatively simple. This client noted it took less than an hour to attach the handlebars, front wheel, and pedals. While manageable alone, they suggest having a friend assist. The frame felt incredibly solid and well-made, and only minor tweaks were needed for the brakes to achieve the right feel. For taller individuals, our reviewer, who is over 6 feet, highly recommends a simple handlebar extension to create a more comfortable, upright riding position. They also suggest that, like many bikes, upgrading to a wider, more padded gel seat would greatly enhance comfort on longer journeys. The bike's features, like the lockable front suspension and comfortable hand grips, were welcome touches. Performance-wise, this mountain bike was a joy to ride. The motor packs a punch, especially on higher assist levels, and makes tackling inclines feel effortless. The battery life proved to be impressive. After dozens of miles using primarily the lowest pedal assist setting, the battery indicator had barely moved. The rider can choose between using a throttle for a pure electric cruise or the pedal assist system, which provides a smooth boost as you pedal. The display screen is clear and easy to read, and the headlight is surprisingly bright for night riding. The only real concern was potential water damage to the electronics, so riding in heavy rain is not recommended. Overall, this client found it to be an amazing value, far exceeding their expectations.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer has been using this electric bike for a good while, primarily for fun rides with their son. It has been the perfect solution for keeping pace with his small motorcycle without getting completely exhausted. While it has been a great recreational vehicle overall, it had one massive flaw that almost made them give up on it entirely: the brakes. Our reviewer describes them as the worst they have ever encountered on any bicycle. Right from the start, they squealed horribly, and after almost every single ride, they needed to be tightened. The situation became so concerning that the brakes would often just stop working a few minutes into a ride, forcing a dangerous, shoe-shredding, Flintstone-style stop. Initially, this client was ready to replace the entire braking system and had stopped riding the bike altogether. However, wanting to get back on the road, they decided to investigate the problem themselves. Despite having no prior experience with disc brakes, a bit of online research revealed the brake pads were completely worn down to nothing. After ordering some inexpensive replacements, the fix was surprisingly straightforward. At first, it seemed the new pads for the rear wheel wouldn't fit, but this turned out to be the reviewer's own mistake. They had over-tightened the calipers over time to compensate for the wearing pads, leaving no space for new ones. Once they learned to loosen the calipers, the new pads slipped in perfectly. Now, with both brakes working as they should, the bike stops quickly and silently. While the pads seem to wear out faster than one might like, they are easy and affordable to replace. The reviewer is now very glad they took a chance on this e-bike, considering it a great investment that gets plenty of use.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer recently became interested in commuting with an electric bike, seeking an alternative to a gas-guzzling car, especially given rising fuel costs. Initially, our reviewer tried a folding electric bike, which performed adequately but offered minimal suspension, resulting in a rather bumpy ride. Driven by the desire for a more comfortable experience, this client began exploring higher-end electric mountain bikes. It was during this search that they discovered this particular bike. Its significant affordability compared to similar options, combined with appealing aesthetics, immediately caught their attention. A crucial factor was an online video review that highlighted its strong performance, which sealed the deal. Now this reviewer is regularly using this electric bike for their daily commute. A striking advantage is its remarkable speed. The top speed with full throttle is exhilarating, though our reviewer typically uses lower settings for regular cruising. The front suspension has proven incredibly effective, absorbing various bumps and uneven patches, even on a local dirt path, performing far better than the previous, smaller model. Its standard sizing also makes finding compatible accessories quite straightforward. Assembly, too, was largely simple, requiring only the attachment of the front tire, seat, pedals, and handlebar, and taking minimal time. However, the assembly process did present a minor snag, the absence of a physical manual. Our reviewer relied on an online video guide which mostly sufficed, though a black plastic cover over the front disc brake caused some initial confusion as it wasn't mentioned. Once past this, setup was smooth sailing. Another point, not a deal breaker, is the lack of full rear suspension. While the front suspension handles much, a full system would undoubtedly provide an even smoother ride, though this client acknowledges it might be an unrealistic expectation for this type of bike. Overall, this electric bike.
That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.